Hey guys, so today I am going to show you how to propagate tomato stems in water. Why would you want to do this? You can get a big jump start on growing a new tomato plant versus planting from seed. You're essentially just cloning the tomato plant that you had. So what we're going to do here is we want to find the leader on this stem, and we're going to clean all this up, and what you'll be left with is just one stem and a few branches and leaves basically. So I'm going to do this one. And you want to take off all the flowers, and you can be really ruthless with this. So at this stage, you could put this whole thing in water, but it's going to be problematic when you try to pot it or plant it out, because of the crazy shape that you've got here. So what you're looking for are these nodes, because these are going to be the first areas that you'll see roots come out from in water. So I'm just going to take it all the way down to just this. And you could even take off some of these leaves as well, but I'm going to leave it like this. So here we go. This is my first one. I'll go ahead and do all the rest and show you what we got. So if you're using shears, make sure they are clean, because tomatoes can be very susceptible to different diseases. So make sure you're cleaning your shears when you're cutting these. And again, I'm going to take off the flowers, and I'm going to take off these little shoots in the middle of these things. Make sure you don't take off the leader, because it's going to have to turn this other one into a leader, into the new leader, and it's just going to take longer for it to grow from that. And again, I've been super aggressive with it. It's okay. Most of this stuff is going to come off. So here we go. This is what we're left with. These are all going to be our new leaders for the plants we're going to propagate in water. And they are going to sprout from these nodes here, where the old branches were. And once you've got your roots growing, they will take very easily once you've planted them in soil. And the last thing is, once you've got these, take these to the sink and rinse them off, because you might have little critters like aphids hiding out in little nooks and crannies in here. I've had it happen where I've gone over to my window and looked at my propagations that I have rooting in water, and there's just aphids all over. I'm like, how did you even get here? So here's our end result. Got them all in their little jars of water. You can double up and have multiple in there if you want to. That's fine. But you want to make sure that the water level is above those nodes I was telling you about, because that's where the roots are going to come out from. So you'll have to monitor the water level and make sure that it stays above those nodes. Some varieties of tomatoes take longer to sprout in water than others, and it can also be affected by the temperature. So if it's a cooler month, then they could take some more time. If it's warmer, then they might start sprouting very quickly, and sometimes it can be really vigorous and the roots will be just going all over the place and taking over the jar. So what's the next step when you have these with their sprouted roots? You're going to plant these in their pot or into the soil. Probably in a pot is better, but it's going to be pretty deep, like a similar depth that these are in the water here. So about here all the way down, all of that's going to be in your soil. And you might even take off some of these leaves once you reach that stage, because the tomatoes can grow roots from anywhere on the stem once they're in the soil. So all of this stem below the soil line. So yeah, that's how you propagate tomatoes in water. It's super simple, easy to do. You can get a head start on your season and kind of skip the whole starting from seed phase and easily clone your plants doing this.